What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another video for my Omi homies, and in this video I will be talking about Omi, which I believe is a sleeping giant. Over the last few weeks, all eyes have been on VV and VV NFTs as the secondary market has been on a crazy bull run. All right, but it is just a matter of time until Omi jumps into the picture and starts its own run. And that may be starting in just a couple weeks as we finally migrate over to Immutable X. So in this video, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on the overall market. I'll be talking about my thoughts on Omi in the short term and a little longer term. So stick around. There is a lot to talk about. If you like this sort of content, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter. Twitter handle is linked down in the description. So the overall crypto market hasn't behaved quite the way people expected it to over the last few months. Most people, myself included, expected more of a run-up in Q4 2021, but that didn't happen. I believe that's because we're seeing crypto follow the more traditional markets and behave more like the traditional markets. A couple of weeks ago, we saw Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market sell off when the Fed released their minutes from their December meeting. In that meeting, they talked about faster interest rate hikes. They talked about starting to shrink their balance sheet. And then last week, we saw Bitcoin and the rest of the market get a little bit of a bounce back when CPI data came back and showed that inflation was within the range of what was expected. So what we're seeing now is Bitcoin and the rest of the market react just like high growth stocks on the stock market, which are also considered high risk. And that's because as more money flows into Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market, more specifically institutional money, we're seeing the asset class mature. All right, so that being said, I don't expect a big crypto rally anytime soon. I think it's going to take some time because markets don't like uncertainty, and there's going to be a lot of uncertainty in the economy and in the markets until inflation fears subside. All right, so I think that once that happens, then we're going to start seeing the run up in the overall market. But what about the Omi token? As IMX gets closer and we get closer and closer to that migration to the Ethereum blockchain, we're seeing Omi head back up to that 0.008 level. Now, 0.008 is a key level of resistance we haven't been able to break since we were at those all-time highs back in March of 2021. We couldn't break through in November. We couldn't break through in October. Now, here we are getting closer to retest that level of resistance. But I think this time we may be able to break through that 0.008 level of resistance and stay above it and possibly hit that psychological level of 1 penny. And that's because all of the catalysts we've been waiting for, all the things we've been talking about for months and months are finally going to start happening. And that all begins with the final phase of the IMX migration. And then after that, we should finally see some new exchanges, which is key to the success and growth of this coin. We've been trading on 4 very small exchanges. We've been trading on 4 very small exchanges with very little. We've been trading on 4 very small exchanges with very little volume. And hopefully we get a major exchange, a top 5 exchange like KuCoin or Kraken, or hopefully Coinbase or Binance. Now, I don't expect a major exchange listing to occur immediately after the IMX migration finishes. I think it's going to still take a little time, and that's because in a recent Twitter Spaces, Reese said that there are a lot of factors involved, including the schedule of the exchange that is going to be listing the coin. They roll things out in phases and have schedules and release dates for different coins because they advertise these things in advance and they don't list all their coins at once. They space them out. So a lot will depend on the exchanges and what their plans are in terms of rolling out their new listings. But Reese also said that many exchanges are eager to list the OMI token because of the strong partnerships that Vivi has developed. All right, they want the token that is associated with the Marvel brand, with the Disney brand. All right, the narrative is easy to understand for people. It's easy to understand why people should be investing in OMI. So I do believe that the major exchanges like Coinbase, like Binance, are inevitable. However, they may take time. So I can see people also getting frustrated when, a month passes, 2 months pass, and we still haven't heard from a major exchange. So I think that patience will still be key. Now, with that being said, I believe that the OMI token is a sleeping giant, and that's because the thesis is playing out. My investment thesis was the NFT space is going to grow bigger and bigger in the years to come, and Vivi is going to be at the forefront of that industry and one of the major players, if not the major player in that industry. And we're watching it all play out, all right, in real time. We're seeing what's going on in the Vivi app, in the secondary market. We're seeing tens of thousands of new people flood into this app. We're seeing the new licenses get acquired, the new partnerships. And so the thesis is playing out. And once the utility of the token comes and we get OMI to NFT, we get staking inside the app and more incentives to stake your OMI tokens. And they recently said that they would be expanding the utility program to include tiers for $25,000 and $50,000, incentivizing people who hold large amounts of OMI to stake. So once all of these things are integrated and the OMI token is integrated with Vivi, we're going to see the success of the OMI token match the success of Vivi. And what does that mean? Big gains, just like we're seeing with the NFTs. Now, I said that I expect 3 to 5 cents by the end of the year, and I do think that that is still true. I think that the bigger gains are coming afterwards, and the reason why I say that is because I believe that last year was a foundational year for the OMI token and for Vivi. They were laying the foundation. This year is a transitional year. They're going to start implementing the plans that they put in place last year, but it's all going to take some time. And I believe that by the end of this year, early next year, the plans will be put in place. We'll have full integration. We'll have the Viviverse rolled out, and I expect big gains down the line. So I do think a new all-time high is possibly on the horizon. I do think that we may see 5x or more gains for the year. Of course, we'll see selling pressure along the way. And of course, the overall market is kind of in a state of limbo. So we'll have to see how all of that plays out. But I'll be very interested and eager to watch it play out. And let me know what you think down in the comments below. How do you think it's all going to play out over the next few weeks and months? Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. It helps get this video out to more OMI homies. Subscribe to the channel, and I hope you all have a great rest of the weekend. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe. I will see you in the next video.